single year, one of my biggest memories of Christmas is buying those big round tins of Danish butter cookies. That is Christmas. Christmas season does not kick off until we have some of those cookies, right? So today we're doing our first recipe out of this month's Cookbook Club pick, Holiday Cookies by Brian Hart Hoffman from the Bake From Scratch magazine. This is part of their series. We're making homemade Danish butter cookies. I've never made them myself. I always just bought them out of the can. Today, right here in the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen, we're making a homemade batch. Welcome. So bakers, welcome to the Cookbook Club. This month I chose the Holiday Cookies book out of the Bake From Scratch magazine series. This is all about cookies, right? So each month we pick one cookbook and we cook out of it every week. So 4 recipes out of every book. And at the end we do a wrap up, talk about what we liked and didn't like about it. So this one, I chose this one because, you know, Christmas is all about the cookies, right? So Danish butter cookies are something that we've had since we were kids. It's like part of Christmas. So I figured as soon as I saw this recipe, I was like, we need to make these. So I have the butter in the bowl of my stand mixer. We're going to go ahead and give it a little creaming. We're going to put some sugar in here. Got my little pink mixer here. I don't have a name for it yet. I was calling it Brie. So like all good cookies, we need to cream this for 3 minutes or so until it's light and fluffy. Okay, looks like I need to do more scraping. Yeah, look at that.
Just a little bit.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit of scraping. Okay. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to put some vanilla in here. We're going to put the eggs in here one at a time. Allows better incorporation. Okay, I got some flour and some salt here. Mix them a little bit. Gonna lower this. Well, actually, I'm gonna do a little scrape first. Put my beater blade chute on here. We're going to go ahead and gradually add the flour. Looks good. Let me go get a board. So Brian says to divide this into 3 discs. It's off. He says use a bench scraper, but it's awfully soft for all that. So how I'm going to do this is just weigh it out and then weigh it out in a third.
Ibu does confirm that there's a lot of butter in there.
Yeah.
Butter cookie.
It's a butter.
He's not lying, that's for sure.
When you eat something that's a butter cookie and you think it's going to be low anything, I don't know what you expect. Okay. We're going to take some plastic wrap here onto this board. And then, so we're at 6:56. So, tear him out with my scale that takes like 20 times the tear. I can make a song about that. 20 times the tear. 218.
Yeah, you can call it the kitchen scale blues.
$218. We put him here. You can make a little disc out of this. 1, 2. It's very soft, so I see why we're going in the fridge for some length of time. Uno disc. Tear. $218. 2, 3. Disc number 2. Okay, and then the remainder, I'm assuming is 218. It was like 0.66. Up, squeeze it, and disc it. It looks like a disc to me. Disc, so these are going in the refrigerator for like 2.5 hours. Okay, so our dough was in the fridge for 2.5 hours, and then we've let it sit here for like 5 minutes or so to soften up just slightly. I'm going to take a piece of parchment here, and we're going to toss a little flour on here. Then we're going to unwrap our dough.
Is it a little harder than what you remember?
So, usually I think they pipe butter cookies, Danish butter cookies, but it doesn't look like that's what he's doing.
No, he wants to roll it.
So, he's rolling in. So we're going to put another piece here. I thought I had an extra piece of parchment, and we're going to go ahead and roll this out. This parchment is going to keep it from sticking on the rolling pin. I'm not known for my rolling skills.
1/4 inch.
I look like a 1/4 inch.
Who knows?
Does that look less than a 1/4 inch? Where's my little? This is pretty sticky on here. Here's my measuring tape. My measuring. I got this too thin. Too thin. Okay, so I put that one back in the fridge. I rolled it too thin. 1/4 inch, Amy, 1/4 inch. quarter inch, Amy, quarter inch, quarter inch, Amy, quarter inch. That was kind of a nightmare, so quarter inch, quarter inch.
Take a look, baby.
Quarter inch, quarter inch.
That's close, or it might be a little more.
This is not measuring it right. It's quarter inches.
Quarter inch is about the thickness of a pencil.
Let's put a little flour on here. So I'm going to take, this is a 2 3/4 inch cutter. We're going to cut. Cut. And then in here, we're going to take a 1 inch cutter and we're going to cut a donut. And we're going to put it over here. And here we're going to cut a donut. And put it over here. Is this going to really roll out and be 15 cookies? 12 to 15?
You just made 2. You theoretically need to make 3 more out of that batch.
So let me finish rolling these out. Okay, so I ended up not using that parchment on the second roll because it was a menace.
Also, we don't like the 5-minute softening process. This stuff is sticky.
Yeah, I went straight into there.
Out of the fridge and into the roller.
Got a little egg wash here. 1 egg with a little bit of water in here. So let me even these out because I just tossed them.
It's over there, baby.
So we're just going to take this little egg wash here and egg wash these cookies up. This is going to make the sanding sugar stick to it.
Plus, it's going to give it a nice little sheen, maybe.
Maybe. So they said 15 cookies. I think I got a couple more, so I probably have a few that are too thin. This one here, I've got an omelet underneath it.
No, I think they said 15 to 20, maybe.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
So we're going to, this is gold sanding sugar. This doesn't really melt in the oven. It gives you that. Oh, I'm getting it all over the place. I'm not a great aim. And we're going to give them a little sanding sugar again with my bad aim. So we're going to pop these babies into the freezer for like 15 minutes, and then they're going straight into the oven. And when these are baked, we'll be back. Okay, so these are our cookies. They're a little odd, right, for a Danish butter cookie. I'm used to a lot of people like piping it, so you get, maybe it's like a swirl or something.
Right.
Or you get like a, right? I can't say that my cutting was great, but we're going to try them anyway.
Or rolling them out evenly.
Here you go, bud.
I thank you. They have cooled completely.
Okay, let's try them.
Now, in the defense, these things never browned at all.
They didn't.
In 15 minutes of baking. Consistency's not bad.
They're not super sweet.
No.
Like, I have to admit that I tried one right out of the oven, and it wasn't that great.
No. But you let it cool for about a half hour.
They got better.
Well, it firmed up a little bit.
I don't know if I would say they're super buttery, though. Not super sweet, not super buttery.
No.
Interesting.
Now, are these considered short cookies or something?
I don't know. Butter cookie. So the question is, are they a substitute for the can?
So do you run to the mall or your Office Depot or whatever and you snag a can?
I still want a can.
Instead of sharing it with your coworkers, you take it home and you just eat them all by yourself?
I still want a can.
Well, they're going to get a can of popcorn, too.
Yeah, the popcorn. So it would be interesting to see some other recipes. They're pretty good. I could see these on a plate of a lot of different kind of cookies, so you have a lot of textures and sugar levels and all that. I could see that.
It's not a fail, but it's not a wow either.
Yeah, it's not a wow. Yeah. Onward, right? Holiday cookies. What are we going to do next week?
I don't know.
I actually don't know yet. I hope you enjoyed this.
So, Bisky, what do you think?
What does Bisky think? Yay! We'll see you next time.
Our ambassador.